What up, fishes? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, Sushi Dave, and today we're gonna be making hand rolls, AKA Handies, and you better believe everyone's gonna get a happy ending! All right, fishes, super stoked today to make hand rolls at home. If you haven't already watched the previous video, how to make sushi rolls at home, you need to stop, rewind, and check out that previous video because we're gonna be borrowing some of the techniques, especially portioning out all these ingredients. And if you haven't seen the previous video, how to make sushi rice at home, en la casa, well then you need to stop and watch that video, or else you just watch this for fun, which I'm all about, but I want you to make sushi rolls and hand rolls at home. Before we begin, let's do a little tour of what I'm using today. Some of these things are very easy to get, some are difficult. The point is, I have different colors and textures, from vegetables to sea urchin to proteins. You can do anything you want as long as you portion it correctly. So here's a little list of things I got. You can get full sheet seaweed, nori, or half cut. If you don't know what that is, you didn't watch the last video, but I'll show you how to cut in half. So we need some nice seaweed, best seaweed you can get in the market. Any kind, it's yummy, 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 yummy. And then for as ingredients, I got a jumbo avocado, but feels pretty good. So I'm gonna show you guys how to cut that up. Got some cute little cucumbers here. My favorite, kimchi. Everyone else's favorite, sea urchin uni, which I imagine is gonna be hard for you to get, but I'm gonna use this as an example of anything squishy. Some asparagus, sesame seeds, shiso leaf, Japanese oba, furikake, rice seasoning. I got the kimchi flavor again today because I love kimchi, but you can buy any kind. Plum paste, because shiso and plum paste is definitely yum yum. And two proteins, I got some tuna and some salmon. Just want a little bit of tendons, which is a good example of how we're gonna chop it up. And welcome back, the cutest little rice cooker in all the videos, Little Aroma. Sponsorship. Oh, it's chop it, you. And let's get some paper towels, little bowl for your moisture, your water. One hand wet, one hand dry. I'm gonna show you YMCA. Is that how you spell it? And let's welcome back our most important ingredient, the kanikama, AKA fake crab stick. Why is it so important? Not because I like it, because it is a perfect measuring tool for sushi rolls and hand rolls to portion out our ingredients, because it's exactly half the size of the nori, which is gonna allow us to portion out everything the right size. All right, we're gonna start with portioning out some of the basic ingredients. I'm not gonna go through a lot of portioning because it's in the last video. So real quick, crab stick, measuring tool. 1, 2, dunzo. Asparagus. Pull them all right about there. Dunzo. It's about right. Asparagus be a little bigger. Avocado. The reason why most sushi chefs don't like working with avocado is because you're about to see why. Before we portion it, we have to open it. And the reason why we don't like using it is because it turns the cutting board green, the towel is green, everything turns green. It's a mess. But you guys love it, so let's do it. So I usually take off the top there, nice and easy. And what you want to do is roll the avocado against the blade until you hit the seed. So you just kind of push it in there. See that line all the way through. Twist and pull. Now be very careful. Tip of the edge of the blade here, the bottom part. Stick it in one and twist. Comes right out. Grab a towel and pull it out. In the garbage it goes, or you can grow your own avocados, whatever makes you happy. Avocado portion, 1, 2, thumbs, nice and gentle. Comes right off. These are just ripe avocados, nothing special. I definitely picked the right one. Hopefully yours is, that's pretty perfect. All right. And then the crab, you don't really need the crab stick right now, but you can kind of get an idea. It's a little bit bigger, so I'm just gonna trim it to about there. Same thing, trim it there. Always scrap ends, you can eat, have fun. You can just kind of just put into nice, not too thick, little slices like that, perfect like that, and just continue the process all the way down till you have all of your avocados. And you can see towel turns green, cutting board turns green. This is why sushi chefs don't like working with avocados, but hey, you love it, you got it. Quick demonstration, I'm going to teach you the two basic hand rolls, the ice cream cone shape, which you're mostly familiar with. And the second style, which is the more traditional and the style I like to do, is going to just be like a cigar. So we're just going to roll it like this. Simple, straightforward. The main goal is to keep the seaweed nori as crispy as possible out of the package. It should be crispy. It's a little soggy. You can run it over a flame, try to get a little more crispiness out of it, but you can hear it. Pretty crispy. It rips. Nice and crispy. That's what you want that crunch. Because once you put the rice and the ingredients in, you got 1 minute and it turns soggy and then they pull on it and just not as enjoyable. But it's okay. So to avoid that, the first thing we're gonna do is never get it wet. Put it on a paper towel, just like this. One hand wet, one hand dry. Okay, so now we have our rice. I use about that much. What is that much? I'll show you. 40, I would say 40 to 50 grams should be a healthy size. Now that we have that, left hand dry, pick up the seaweed, right hand wet, grabs the rice, and the first thing we're going to do is you're going to put the point of the seaweed in your palm like that, and you're going to angle it just like that. Using one of your fingers, put it right down there, and that's going to be your little valley to put your ingredients. If you want to add wasabi, you do a little quick wasabi stripe and get some of that cucumber. Now here's the trick. You want to grab the bottom piece and lock it in there. And then you just follow along. You just feed it in. The left hand actually just holds the seaweed like a backboard. Just like that. You can kind of push your ingredient down there a little bit. And there's your first little hand roll. Now you can cheat and you can put a little piece of rice on your finger here. Get one piece of rice. You can just smush it on there. And that's going to be your sushi glue. And it's going to hold it for you. That's your first one. I'm actually going to reduce the rice. I think 40 grams is going to be perfect, actually. That's about 40 grams. Throw on the scale for you. 38, that's good. I would say, oh, there we go. Hey, 40! So I would say no more than 45 grams. It's a little heavy. And picking up rice with one hand is going to be a little bit of a challenge. So you have to use two hands, it's fine. But then wipe your left hand down. Once you have your rice, seaweed goes right here, kind of points at an angle, and you follow that angle. And all you do is nice little smush smush, just like that. And you build your little valley. And you can put wasabi, if you're a wasabi person. I'm going to do just a one ingredient, the cucumber, so you have an idea. And the goal is to get this bottom piece to here, like a little blanket. Kind of just wrap them up, get them ready for bedtime. And then once we have that, you just roll it and you feed it in. the left hand isn't even doing anything. And if you want to seal it, a little trick is, if you're not going to hand it off to somebody, take some of that rice that's on your fingers. You can just push it right on there, just like that, and you have instant sushi glue, and they should hold it right in place for you. And there's your first look and roll. So there we go. We got 3 little rice balls there. Now that you put your cheat code in, or if you have an assistant with you, have someone portion out the rice for you at about 40 to 50 grams. Kind of depends on that. Also, if you're watching your carbs, a lot less. And you'll also be able to feel the less rice you put in, the more ingredients you can put in. So, and that's also why you'll know sushi bars put so much rice to fill you up with less ingredients. So now you know too much. Okay, same thing again. Nori seaweed point is going to be in the center of the palm, not straight. Center of the palm in your dry hand. The right hand is going to get a little moisture. Grab one of our rice balls. This is, I can tell, too much rice, so I don't want that much rice. That's an example of too much rice. Kind of make that little valley there. You know, your hands are cupped, so all you do is just kind of push in there. And then if you want to put wasabi, hit it with the wasabi. I'm going to throw some salmon in here. 1, 2. Bottom piece here, folds over. 1. And now we have that. We're just gonna go, it's adjacent, parallel, whatever we wanna call it. Left hand is just a backboard. Right hand rolls. Get to that edge there. Little piece of rice. It's gonna be our sushi glue. Comes around, seals it, and voila. Another hand roll. All right, I'm gonna show you one more of the ice cream cone style. Rice is ready until you become friends with the rice and you can handle it. Keep that point. Right hand gets moist. Grab our pre-made rice ball here. Just like that. Smoosh, smoosh. Build that valley for the ingredients. Let's do a little asparagus, because we all love asparagus. And also, you can put things high or low. That's what's actually going to give it that nice little, oh, so pretty. But the reason why I don't like these hand rolls is because this bottom area kind of gets snubbed. So you'll see, because even if you put it all the way down here, it's going to push the ingredient up. That's why I don't like these hand rolls. But fun for everybody. So here we go. Perfect little blanket there. Wrap them up. You can give a little pressure too. You know, don't be shy. You can give a little pressure here. And then again, roll it. Let it just naturally roll in your hand. Grabbing any leftover rice, perfect little piece right there. Smush it on there. Sushi glue. A little firm push. All right, also I think it's awkward when biting into it because it's so large. It's like you don't bite into an ice cream cone because it's not made that way. It's designed to be like licked and stuff. So I don't know where this came from actually, this design. It's cute, but let's do a more serious hand roll. All right, next one we're gonna do is we're gonna pre-score the seaweed at about half of a kani stick. So right about here, we know half. And 90% of the seaweed. So right here. See that? This little thing is super important and it's gonna make you look super cool. I'm gonna show you how. Now, I'm really adamant, if you're gonna do it this way, 40 grams. A lot smaller and easier to work with. Now the difference is, this time, you're gonna keep the seaweed straight as it is. Same technique, push it down, build that valley. Little wasabi, if you're into wasabi. And then let's do a little bit of, let's just do cucumber for now. So here's our cucumber, 1 and 2. Perfect size. Now, what you can do is you can roll it in your hand like this. Once you got that little seal going, you roll it. You pull that piece off right there, stick it in, finish that roll. See that last little turn? And boom, diaper goes on, and voila. So what you can do is, if you're gonna put it down, same thing, little piece of rice, cheat it. You can do your little sushi glue, Rice goes right down there, little smudge, and that will seal it. So you can actually put it down and display it, but you don't want to put hand rolls down because even right now as I'm talking to you, the seaweed is getting moist. It still has a little crisp to it in 2 minutes, too soggy, too chewy. So let's do it again. Just like that. You can put your wasabi. Let's give some nice, beautiful salmon. Just like that. Beautiful. Now we're gonna roll it. You can even roll it like this, if you know what I'm talking about. Get that nice little lip. That lip's right there. Extra piece of seaweed comes in. Turn, wrap, and hand rolls get passed immediately. Do not put it down. Hand-to-hand combat. Crispy seaweed drop in their hand. Ah. And that's the cigar style, if you will. Cute little diaper to hold in your ingredients. Also, the ingredients go all the way. The cone hand rolls, I noticed that the ingredients don't go all the way to the bottom. So I'm not a big fan of those. This is the way I make my hand roll. 40 grams of rice allows a lot more ingredients and much more elegant, easy to dip, sprinkle on top, and eat. Now let's get to more fun ingredients. I did basic ingredients. Let's do some kimchi. This is gonna be an example of a more loose ingredient. So, seaweed, the little flap here. Left hand dry, right hand gets wet. Throw that rice down, just like that. Build the valley. And let's do some kimchi in here. A little bit more. And you'll know how much to put in because if you can't roll your rolls, you're putting too much in. So same thing, we can do it old school. If that pops out like that, put it back in. Just like that, and we're gonna seal it. A little bit of little pressure. Rip. And twist. Boom. It's a kimchi hand roll, baby. So same thing. Rice goes in. Build the valley. You can touch it up if needs be. You can squirt some of that ume plum paste. Ooh, yeah. Don't be shy. And we'll do a little bit of two Japanese oba. And roll it up. Right when you get to that last part, sneak in the diaper and just roll. See how easy that little piece is? It holds it for you. And then you bring it up. And you can always add a little more on top. And this is gonna be the ume paste and shiso. This is an example of a more of a liquidy kind of ingredient and a dry leafy ingredient. And if you want, this is when you can, and when you're getting better at this, then you can add garnishes. So if you want to put a little sesame seeds on top, we want to put some kind of rice seasoning, you want to put soy sauce, eel sauce, spicy mayo, endless ingredients. This is how you spruce it up. All right, welcome to my side of the sushi bar. I'm gonna go a little fancy on you guys and use a little Hokkaido uni, sea urchin. This is gonna be an example, again, of a softer ingredient. So it kind of is endless of what you can put inside a hand roll. Doesn't have to be a firm cucumber or a firm asparagus or avocado or even fish. This is gonna be a very soft texture, almost as soft as guacamole. So you can literally put guacamole into a hand roll if you wanted to. So what we're gonna do is make that cut. Right hand wet, left hand dry. Pick up our seaweed, pre-rolled rice balls. Make that valley. Grab our ingredient. Some beautiful, beautiful sea urchin here. And you can put a little soy sauce or whatever you want to drizzle on there. And then here comes the roll. You can kind of even cheat and do a little push there and then really seal it in right there. You'll find your way. Now with that little lip left, rip off the diaper, and this is where you look cool. You just bring it around. And you want even, lucky customer, you say, you know what, lucky customer, I like you a lot. Here's a little extra something, something. And they say, oh, Sushi Dave, you so handsome. And then you have a ridiculous $50 uni hand roll. This can be anything. This can be pate, this can be hummus, guacamole, more soft ingredients, comment below. But sea urchin, uni, this is like fuego, papi, fuego.
Are you ready?
25 Handies out of one small rice cooker. The rice cooker makes 1,000 grams, each roll's 40 grams. Do the math, 25 Handies. All the happy endings you could wish for and more. If you like that episode, here it comes. Subscribe, ring the bell, cha-ching. That's all I got. Happy Handies.